right, so we said A. She said these others had exponents. That'll work. Question.
Wait, let me write something.
You could have said it had exponents. For D, you could have said the variables at the bottom. So remember, it can't be at the bottom if it wants to be linear. Good job. You can drop it down. All right, on 2. They said point A is plotted. Other 2 points represent the location of D. They said determine the coordinates of D given the following criteria. They said D has to be an integer and the graph of the line AD is not a function. What could be D? -2, 4. What you got 4 with it? And with your -2. Okay, we can go with, I don't know if that's 3 or not, maybe 2.5. So -2, 2.5, or 2.5, what you said? Okay, -2, -3 will work. So as long as we knew it had to be any of those 2 points that's on that same line with A. So we know if it's not a function, that means it was on that same line. Where? 2, 3. Okay. Hold on. Now 2, 4 work as well, Cammy, because it'll still be right here. It'll still be on that line. It just wasn't one of the points they gave you. But I'll probably still be critical. I'll let that pass because it's still on the same way. As long as we knew if A had -2 as X, then that means D will have to have -2 as X as well. Okay, anybody else?
Everybody ask these. We should stay.
Well, you should turn the school like this time.
But you know.
Okay. That's fine, they gotta be smart. As long as I know what you mean.
We're gonna put down.
Your point. It could be either one of those, -2, 2.5, or -2, -3. Good. I think you had 4 questions last night, but that's fine. This one said consider 3 linear functions below. They gave us 1 in the table, 1 in an equation, and then 1 in the graph. They said the slope of function 1 is what? How can we get the slope of that first function? What's your 2 points you chose? All right, that'll be first one. Okay, we'll go with that one. Remember that's X and Y, so that'll be Y1 and that'll be Y2, X2 and X1. For those who still need to label. Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2, X1. So what's our Y1? 1 minus 16, we go backwards. And then 0 minus a -3, 1 minus 16. And then 0 minus a -3. +3, and that simplifies to, good job, -5. All right, B. We're on function 2, what's the slope? -2, I beg to differ. If it's solved for Y, is that a solved for Y? No. All right, it's not solved for Y, so let's solve it for Y. What's on that side that need to get rid of? On side with Y? 2x, so now we're gonna add 2x on both sides. So now we got -y to Tn plus 2x. We still got a negative over there with that Y. What's gonna happen? And if I change that to positive, what happens to the other side? It's gonna go to the opposite. So everything going to the opposite. So now that's negative 10 minus 2x. Now that proves that negative 2x. That's why we're reviewing. So just remember, if it's not in slope form where it got the y equal, solve it for y, then get that slope. You probably add negative 2 on 1. And then C, how can we get that slope? 2 points, give us 2 points. Okay, out here is 0, 4. Okay, 4, 1, we'll go with it. So then that'll be x1, y1, x2, and then y2. Same formula, y2 minus y1 divided by x2, x1. What's y2? y1, x2, x1. 1 minus 4. Good job, negative 3, and then 4 minus 0. So folks should have been negative 3/4. And we knew it was negative y. How do we know this is going to be negative? It's going down. So definitely make sure we can identify the correct, which one is. And then they said which one got the steeper slope. Function what? Function 1? Questions about it? Just remember slope. We need 2 points. You can, or you can just put the number on. It didn't matter. You do the Roman number or the number. We good? And the last one. It said, while Jenny goes on a vacation, she puts her 2 dogs in a kennel, she pays a flat fee of $20 and then pays a certain amount for each money. She leaves the dog for 5 days, it costs $5.40. If she leaves the dog 7 days, it'll cost $7.40. They want us to write a linear function to monitor the relationship between the dog and the car. Anybody, what you got? Why you say initial value is 20? Flat fee, $20 per dog. Certain amount of money each day for each dog. Okay, 5 days end up being $5.40. 7 days end up being $7.40. All right, so let me go ahead and get what William said. He said this is our initial value because that's a flat fee. Now the key, we now got to find the slope. So we're going to find the slope based on the information they gave us at the bottom. So 5 days for $5.40 would be 1 point. And then the 7 days for $7.40 would be the other point. So sometimes they'll give you both points in a scenario. You just got to kind of make sense of it. So once again, our points are the same: x1, y1, x2, and then y2. So what's y2? Go back the other way. 740, 540, positive, and then 7 minus 5. Divide that 200 by 2. So what's our formula? 100x plus 20. Sometimes they'll give it to you in a scenario. And then the second part of that said, what does the slope represent in this context? What's that slope meaning in this problem? $2? I thought we got that. That would have been the initial value. Number days will be your X or what you substitute in. She had $2, but think about slope. What's another name for slope? And rate deals with how many? One. Using that, y'all using them test takers for it, that's all that matters. Questions? We do have biweekly today. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time, but I am gonna review how to use your camera. After you finish what you're doing on that, in the left corner, click on that little magnifying glass. Take you out something out the backpack and a piece of paper or something like that. What's a piece of calculator? It's a math class, y'all know we got to, you can put it in the system or you can write it on paper. Sometimes it's just best for me to look at it on paper. So click that little magnifying glass, then click on camera. It should be in the middle somewhere. All right, so when I ask you to show your work, and you know you did it on paper, you will just open up the camera on your Chromebook, hold it up there. You may have to turn to the side to make sure you get all of it. Get that little camera good. After, okay. Then I'm gonna show you how you upload. So you can hold it up. You go ahead and take a picture of mom, or you can see how it works. Put the camera good after you see all you need to see. And then for those of us who do not know how to upload it into that assignment, I'm gonna do one that I had to do. I have to do list plans every week. I ain't submitted this one yet. So in your assignment, where it says add or create, you will click on it. You will click down where it says file. You will click on browse. And when browse pop up, it should pop up your pictures on your phone. On your phone. And that picture that you just took should be up top. So then you will end up clicking it, click on open. Give it about a few seconds, and then it's gonna upload it below your assignment. After it uploads it, then all you have to do is click on turn in. So that was just a quick little snippet for those who like to do that approach. All right, you can go ahead and open up your biweekly. I'm gonna do a quick review with it, real quick. I think it's 14 questions. Y'all know me, make sure every problem has either work or an explanation. That's either in the system or you can put it on paper. Oh, I'm sorry, baby, why I left it in. I'm sorry. All right, so number one, they want to know which of these functions are linear. You should have some notes that can help guide you if you need to. You may have to find them or whatever, but you should have some notes. If you don't need any notes, just think about it. I also gave you some grid paper. If you want to draw it on the grid and see if it makes a line, that will be fine as well. Number two, giving you a scenario and they want you to model that linear function. Or in other words, asking you, will it be a linear function? Number three, they're giving you some answer choices and they want you to determine if it's linear or not. Think about what you just stated on that question we had for homework, the number one. Number four, you got some true false based on the information about the linear equation. Y equals mx plus b. On number five, they're giving you a scenario and they want you to write the equation. Use those test taking strategies, circle those keywords if you need to. Put that formula on your paper to make sure you don't get the stuff in the wrong place, things like that. Number six, you have a part A and a part B based on what they gave you in a table. Look at it carefully and think about it. The first one is asking you about slope. So you already know you're gonna have to need 2 points. The next one, they gave you a graph. They want you to write the equation for the graph and then of course find the slope and y-intercept and then explain what it means in that context. So pick out your 2 points and get the slope. Look at where across the y-axis is for that y-intercept. and then tell us what they mean based on the information up top. The next one, you're gonna be comparing Rose and Natalie. So 2 different functions in 2 different ways. So just remember the same approach. Get your 2 points to find the slope. The next one, they told you to write an equation that's not linear. That means your equation shouldn't look like Cammy's, Cammy's shouldn't look like Keelan's. Everybody should give us something separate on that equation. And then, of course, they want you to tell why it's not linear. That could be one with an exponent, but we already know if it got an exponent, it's not linear. The next one, they gave you a scenario. Once again, they want you to write the equation and tell what the slope and y-intercept would mean. On number 11, they're giving you equation. They want you to explain what it means and then tell what the slope and the y-intercept mean. So a lot of this is on slope and y-intercept. The next one, once again, they want you to identify which of those will be a linear function. Number 13, they're giving you certain points. They told you to put it in a diagram. You can use a mapping diagram. You can graph it. You can put it in a table, as long as I see some kind of diagram. And then from your diagram, they want you to tell if it is a function. Now remember, a function has 1 x for 1 y. A linear function has to make a what? A straight line. And then that last one, they gave you tables, and once again, they want to know, is it a function? That's when the x does not what? Start with R. Repeat. So just remember, x cannot repeat.